Hey yo, what is up, Moto World? Where are my demons at? Do you get tired of that sketchy feeling at every stop sign, every red light, every corner you come to? We are going to street legalize our bikes to address that issue. Now, in order to do this, you're going to need a few items. Number one, you're going to need a DC to DC step-down converter from either, example, my bike, this one, that one, 72 volt. My converter, 72 volts down to 12. Not only are you going to need a converter, but you're going to need other few choice items. Headlight, tail light, marker lights. You're also going to need a good couple feet of wire, 3 colors, whatever 3 colors you feel comfortable using. You're going to need to make 3 wire and 2 wire looms. 1 3 wire going to the headlight, 1 3 wire going to the tail light, 2 wire loom going to the marker lights. And in order to make these looms, you are going to need some wire, some connectors. You're also going to need a wire cutter, stripper, crimper, either or an all-in-one, don't matter, whatever you have really. As long as you have something that can cut the wires, crimp the connectors, you'll be alright. As I said, this will apply to both, it'll just be different steps. Now, if you're running a gas bike and you don't have a battery, you're going to need a few items as well. You're going to need a rectifier that turns your AC power from the motor directly from your stator into DC power so you can use it for your lights. So this will, as I said, this will... What, are you riding a weed eater? As I said, this will apply to both. It'll just be slightly different steps for gas as it is electric. If you are running a gas bike but you have a battery, it'll be a lot more simpler. I would suggest getting a buck converter to keep your power stable. But I would highly suggest you get a buck converter to keep your power stable. So both of my bikes are actually different from the other. This bike, right now, it has this ESLNF, which is actually an extremely good light. It has its own battery, so you do have to charge it every now and then, but it does last a very long time. Me personally, the way that I ride, which is a lot at night, I have to charge it every couple days. In the winter, I ride more during the day than at night, because at night it's freezing cold. So during the winter months, I literally only had to charge it once. But this bike's headlight is directly built in, and it is going to... But this bike's headlight is directly built in. These asshole kids have got pop cans on their tires. Yo, you hear these kids? These kids are like 7 and 8. I'll probably catch them on the ring camera. I'll show you guys. You hear the mouth on these fucking kids? Alright, as I was saying. Before I was rudely interrupted. My word. I always wonder where these fucking kids' parents are. You hear that car beeping the horn and shit? That's because these kids are in the road. But as I was saying, this headlight is wired directly. So this is going to have to be wired into the switch, then into the step down, which is then going to be wired into the battery. I'm gonna post a diagram right here. This headlight runs off its own power. This headlight is going to be running directly off the bike's battery power after it's been converted to a lower voltage. I wouldn't say that they're completely different. The only big difference is this headlight is rechargeable. The rest of it though is going to be running through a step down converter as well for the signal lights, for the tail lights, and also, I mean, come on, obviously, we gotta do underglows. I already have one for the Demon. I am currently debating whether or not, because I have like two or three car ones, so I've been thinking about just, you know, relocating those and getting them on the bikes. I don't know what my wife's gonna say. One is for the truck. She wants to get rid of the truck anyways, so perfect for me. I can use that underglow for the bikes. Not only will they work for these two bikes, but one car set would probably underglow 2, 3 bikes, 4 bikes. It comes with so many LED strips, we could probably underglow 3 or 4 bikes, no problem. So we are going to be hitting these babies with an underglow as well. If you're a moto rider just like me, and you're tired of constantly looking over your shoulder every which way you go on every street, looking for 12, watching for 12, where is 12, 12, 12, 12? Every time I go out, that's all it is, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. Now, 12. We're gonna go from doing this. Oh shit. There it is, right there. Yeah, he's coming. To this.
Is that an e-bike?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
28?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
E-bikes can only go up to 28 miles an hour.
I've heard some go 70.
All right. Thank you so much for your help.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Because currently this I think that guy was the one who called, and now he's following me, telling the police where I'm going. Oh, no way, and our bike died right fucking here. And the cops are literally... Oh no, our battery's dead. We ain't liking it. This bike is currently broken. With this bike being broken, I don't see it as a bad thing. I see it more as a blessing, because now I get to show you guys how I built the bike. I never recorded the process fully of how I did the motor mounting and all of that. Now, with the bike broken, I'm going to show you guys how to make your own DIY e-moto, because these are two totally different rides, two totally different feels. One's got MX treads, big knobby tires. Really dangerous to ride on the street, because when you're cornering, if you try to lean, man, these little nubbies, they just like to bend on you and just zoom. Yeah. And then you got these supermotos, which are extremely dangerous in the dirt and grass, but they are great for the street. Not only are these great for the street, good for stunting. This has a hub motor. This has a mid-drive. Both of these bikes give a completely different feel when you're riding them. This bike, more torque. This bike, more speed. Top down, roll it. This bike is broken. The sheer torque of it bent the motor carriage bolt, snapped the polycarbine motor plate. Both running the same setup, slightly. This one, 14 amp hour battery. This one, 20 amp hour battery. And that's just for right now. Once I get more funding, I'll get a better battery. My goal is to have a 60 amp hour battery and a 40 amp hour battery. I don't know if I'm going to get one from Hot Packs. I don't know if I'm going to get one from Amorge, because they're expensive. I'll probably build it myself, but I don't know with what cells yet. Obviously, we're going to have to go with something high power. Obviously, we're going to want high capacity. But obviously, we're also going to want the cheapest price. So you're going to want to stick around for that video coming in the future, where I show you guys how to make a high power battery from scratch. I've done it a couple times, snippets of this, snippets of that. I made a couple videos, but we're going to do it again. And this time we're going to show you guys every single detail. Because I'm starting to see in the comment section, people don't like how I just kind of zip from this and zip from that. You guys want to see the whole process. So we're going to show you guys the whole process. The only thing with videos that are the whole process is they're extremely lengthy. And our viewers have a short attention span. Most of our views are from 16 to 60 seconds at most. With that being said, we get thousands of views and the subscriber numbers just don't match. So if you could please take a second, like the video, subscribe. It helps my channel out a tremendous amount. I'm just starting out this YouTube stuff, getting the hang of it. The videos are getting better, the editing's getting better. That's what was the real problem. I'm not the best with computers, phones, or anything other than bikes, quads, cars, trucks. So let's see some work in the shop and on the street. Okay guys, in order to get this on, we're going to want to remove some of the plastics to find a good spot to put it. Okay guys, it took a whole lot of continuity testing, but we got it running right. So wire system as is. Green is negative. Red and black are both positive. Black being 12 volt out, red being 72 volts in, or 36 in this case. I apologize, we fumbled. So, we got the backlight going. I thought it was recording. It was recording. When the phone slides down, it slides over the close the screen button. Then when I take the phone out, it shuts the phone off and the whole recording doesn't get saved or anything. So we just, yeah, man. Okay, so we got our tail light wired up. I'm pretty sure I got a faulty indicator light, or indicator switch, sorry, because no matter if it's on left or right, both blinkers blink, and then when it gets put, or sorry, when it's in the middle where it should be off, it's on. And then when you go over to the left, it's on. And then when you go over to the right blinker, it turns off. So, yeah, it's completely ass backwards. We're going to have to order a new one. I am going to try to look up a few wiring diagrams for this, because it's all over the place. There's a bunch of different colored wires inside, and yeah. So anyways, we have that. And then we have here an on and off switch for the converter. So I call this panic mode. As you can see, it's not on. We come over here. We flick the switch. Now our 12 volt system is on. And as you can see, the brake light works just fine. And then with the flick of a switch, it's off. So we're gonna call this is our panic button. Not to mention when we go somewhere and we're just chilling, I like to leave my bike on. Especially because it's not drawing all kinds of power. I mean, it's not really doing anything. I have honestly been thinking about making its very own 12-volt battery for it. That way I can just leave it on. Yeah, that's where we're at so far, guys. We still got to get these blinker lights wired up. But as I said, I got to get a new switch, or I'm going to try and figure this one out. We might even just put a button for left and a button for right up here for right now. Just something so we can be riding at night. But up here we have ran out of storage. I deleted a few things so we can get this. So this side doesn't even work for the signal. So I had to put the left signal as the headlight because the headlight's got its own charge. So this is left. This is right. This is the horn. And obviously we got our speed switch. And as you can see, we got the horn, we got the signal, we got the signal, and then we got the tail light. And it all runs into this sloppy ass box for right now. I'm waiting for my little fuse panel thing to come from Amazon. Once that gets in, we're going to tidy this all up. And I'm going to go through this phone and make sure we can get the process. We got all the lights wired up. Now we're going to just go for a quick ride, test them out, see what's going on. The usual. Okay, all the lights work. Got the left, got the right, got the brake, got the headlight, and most importantly, got the power. What do you think? Want to try it out? What is going on, guys? This is Bond Demon MX, and this sexy beast right here is the Demon S.